So for show number 72, we're going to be working on your biceps. We will bring up a little strength and firmness into your arms and working your upper abdominals. This is known as elbow balance in lotus. And unfortunately, a lot of people are not able to go into the full lotus, but let's just try it anyway. Maybe since the last time you tried it, maybe now you can. Bring your right foot over the top of your left thigh and lower your knee as far down toward the floor as possible. Bring your left foot and try to bring it over the top of your right thigh. If you're not able to do that, of course, just go into half lotus, tucking it underneath. If you're not able to do with a foot on top of the thigh, just sit Indian style. But as I was mentioning, unfortunately, if you are able to do the full lotus, this posture is easier to do. If you cannot do full lotus, this posture is harder to do. And that doesn't seem fair, does it? In any case, having your lotus position, half lotus, whatever you're into, tighten up your stomach, ease down onto your back, and bring your knees up. You want to lift your hips up and put your forearms beneath your pelvic girdle and make a fist with both of your hands. Your immediate tendency is going to be to sit on your hands, and I'm going to ask you please not to do that, because if you sit on your hands, there's no way you're going to accomplish this posture. You want to have your hips up. You want to have the upper part of the pelvic girdle resting on your forearms. You will not sit on your fists at all. Inhale through the nose. Now, pick up your head, exhale through the nose, pick up your head, bring your fists up off the floor. Pick up your forearms. Come up where you only have one or two vertebrae on the floor. Tighten up your stomach, look directly straight ahead. Use your biceps, tighten your stomach. Now, ease out, slide your arms out, and the counter posture. Your stomach was very tightly contracted. Slowly, well, obviously your stomach muscles, if you want, lower your knees toward the floor, draw your abdominal area in firmly, press your knees down, press down. If you're able to do this, you will feel the length of the torso, the length of the waist. Your stomach should feel very flat. You have an internal stretch taking place. Press those knees as far down as possible and release. Now we'll try it in the half lotus, which is a little bit more difficult to do. So you have foot on top. As a matter of fact, if you're on your back, you'll find it is easier to try to go into lotus when you're on your back and your knees are bent like this. With a half lotus position, that foot feels like it's winging it out there. It's not clipped into anything. That's what makes it a little bit harder. So again, roll your forearms beneath your pelvic girdle. Make a fist with both of your hands. Keep the foot in as close to your other leg as possible. And inhale through the nose. Exhale, pick up your head, pick up your shoulders, bring your forearms up. Forearms up. Get your fists off the floor. Come on down toward your waistline on the floor. Get as much of your spine off the floor as possible. Now, draw your stomach in, ease your arms out, and ease your knees down. Draw the stomach in. You are getting a good stretch, but not nearly as deep as you did in the full lotus. For those of you who are only able to go cross ankle, we'll try that. And it is definitely harder to do. Clip your feet around as much as possible to give you something to grip onto. Forearms beneath your pelvis. Make a fist with both hands. Inhale. Exhale, pick up your head, shoulders up, come up onto your elbows. Come up, come on down, closer to your waist. Balance is harder. Stomach tight, head close to your knees, and ease your arms out, feet down, slowly lower the knees to the floor, draw the stomach in, lengthen your waist, and again, you're not getting near the stretch internally that you would in the full lotus. So let's finish up going back through the full lotus. And fists made, forearms beneath your pelvis. Do not sit on your hands, please. Inhale. Exhale, pick up your head and shoulders. Forearms up, fists off the floor. Push those elbows in the floor. Try to balance. Elbow balance is the name of it. Come on, it's a little hard to do. Tighten up your stomach. And ease out. Arms out. Draw your stomach in. Lengthen your waist. Open your ribs. Press your knees down. Deep internal stretch through the abdominal area. And ease out of your position. Put your feet flat on the floor, stomach tight, a pelvic tilt. Push your feet as far away from you as possible. Arms up, interlock your thumbs. Sit up and soles of your feet together. A very gentle forward stretch just to relax the muscles through the abdominal area. Slip your arms underneath your calves, that new clam that we learned. Hands over the top of your feet and lead with a chin. Stretch deeply through the low back and come back up. We're going to come back down onto your back and we're going to go, very important, into a pelvic tilt. Stomach tight pelvic tilt. Lift up your hips and slip your forearms underneath your seat. You're going to have to play around with it for a minute here because we're needing to go into a pelvic tilt. If you put your hands up at the waistline or close to the waistline, there's no way you're going to comfortably go into a pelvic tilt. You have to work too hard at it. If you put your hands down by the sitting bones at the lower part, that will automatically trigger you into a pelvic tilt. Do you feel that? It's very important. Make sure you understand what we're talking about. Let's go back. Put your hands a little bit below your waist, and you cannot really go into a pelvic tilt, so you avoid this. Put your hands down below the sitting bones, right down to the sitting bones, and there you can easily go into a pelvic tilt. It greatly facilitates that. Have your feet together, your stomach tight, go into a pelvic tilt. We're working the abdominals. Lift your feet up just about 2 inches off the floor. Make sure you're in a pelvic tilt. Go way, way out, as far out as possible. Slowly come back in. Keep that waist on the floor. Cross your legs over slightly. Out. Way, way out. Way out. Keep the waistline on the floor. It's hard to do, I know. Come in. Now cross the left over the right. Going back out. Keep that waist on the floor. Way, way out. Come back. Cross over. Going back out. Way, way out. Come back, right over left. Keep the pelvic tilt. Going back out, way out. Stomach tight. Come back. Lower your feet. Arms out. Wow, and let go. Feel it through the abdominals. Feel it right in these upper muscles, right in here. Completely relax. Then bend your knees once again. Bring your knees into your chest and rock just a little bit. Loosen up through that lower back. Rocking. And then holding onto your knees, push your feet away, pick up your head, push away, and come back into the upright position. Going back into the lotus, it's really important for you to try to loosen up and rejuvenate these joints to go into lotus. Obviously, if you're not able to, no big deal. You go into half lotus or sit Indian style. But I always think it's a challenge to keep trying to get the body more and more rejuvenated. You know, people in their teens sometimes stiffen up and they can't do these, but if they practice, it comes. We're going to do a torso stretch, so you bring your arms overhead. Your palms are facing the floor or the top of your head. Interlacing your fingers, sitting upright, get to the front part of your sitting bones, and you're going to twist your right. Twist your right, way over, chin over your shoulder, coming forward. See, in this case, by being in lotus, I can anchor my feet into my thighs, and it really helps to twist. And back to the center. Bring your arms down. Let's try it now with a half lotus, because it's a good way for you to find out how much sometimes position really helps to get into your pose. Twist to your right, way over, chin over your shoulder, way, way over, coming forward, and turn to your left, way over, way, way over, and come to the center. Arms down. Now let's try it just with your ankles crossed. Even if you're able to do full lotus, please follow along. Now in the crossed ankle position, arms overhead, twisting to the right, way, way over, coming to the left, way, way over, and back to the center. Arms down and relax. That's getting us ready for a new spinal twist. Have your knees bent, the right leg underneath the left. Bring the left foot in close to you. Put your right wrist on top of your kneecap. Slide your forearm, the underneath part of your forearm to the elbow. Slide your hand underneath. Lean forward. Feed your arm through. Push it through with your hand. Bring your other arm back. Hold hands. Stretch up. Chin over your left shoulder. Breathe softly. Coming out. And change legs. Left leg underneath. Right foot to the left. The left hand, the wrist, the inside of the wrist, inside the forearm. Slide the hand underneath. Reach, bend forward. Bring your arm back. Hold. Stretch up. Chin over the right shoulder. Open up your chest. Breathe softly. And release. Change. Left foot to the right. Right hand on the top. All you're going to, it's like threading a needle. You're going to feed it underneath the kneecap. Lean it forward. Lean it forward. Arm back. Hold. And pull. Work on the other side. Work on it. I'll see you next time. Bye.
To purchase a copy of Ready, Set, Stretch Program 012-001, please call 1-800-553-7752 or write to the address on your screen.